Hi, I'm Judy Alloway, host of Imagine Community, and today we're here with Akanksha Kalra, who is the owner of Akanksha Kalra, attorney at law, mainly practicing immigration law.
Correct.
So it's so great to see you. Thank you for coming out today on such a rainy day.
Good to see you as well, Judy.
And today we're going to talk about your past, your upbringing, your education, and your career choices, your present role at Akanksha Kalra, attorney at law, at your business, and what you're working on, what's currently going on, anything about the field people should know about immigration law since so much is changing on a daily basis, and then of course the future.
Well, starting with the last thing that you said first.
The past? Uh-huh.
The past. Well,
the
the
past.
present.
We normally do the past.
Yeah, so I was going to say, if I start on that, I will be here forever because there's so much going on.
Sure, there is.
So let me start by my own journey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an immigrant, a naturalized citizen.
Mm-hmm.
I happen to work as an immigration attorney.
Mm-hmm. And what about your upbringing, as well as your education?
Right. I am originally from India, born and raised, came here in 1992.
Mm-hmm.
I was already a lawyer when I came here from India, having gone to law school in New Delhi.
And could you practice here?
I could not.
Oh.
And then I had to go back to law school. I went to University of Pennsylvania Law School.
Who?
And did my LLM, then took the bar, and thought I would go back to practicing international corporate law, which is what I used to do in my previous life. But long story, but I started doing immigration in 1999 when immigration, for the employment immigration part of it was booming.
Right.
And
H-1B visas.
H-1B visas were I think 195,000 or 75,000.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes, and that was right before the Y2K technology boom.
I was in Mongolia for that, and everybody kept on saying Y2K. It won't affect us.
But they were apprehensive of what could happen.
Sure.
So they were bringing in people in the IT, information technology field, a lot of H-1Bs for that. And so that's how I got into immigration, starting with H-1Bs. My practice now is. I practice exclusively immigration and nationality law. Business immigration is the majority of my practice, but I do practice all aspects of immigration, including family immigration, including asylum, removal work, etc.
So can you tell us a little bit about what it means to be a refugee? I've mentioned this before when we've had other people on. The first country of asylum, the second country of asylum. What is that process like?
Well, there's a difference between a refugee and an asylee.
Oh, okay.
Legal. The for refugee status, you would apply in the country, or let me rephrase that. You would apply outside of the U.S., whether it's in your own home country or in another country where you are placed in a refugee camp or temporarily. Yeah. And you have to meet certain criteria. There are basically 5 grounds on which you could claim refugee status.
And what are those 5 grounds?
So if you are persecuted based on your race, your national origin, your political beliefs, your religion, or if you are a member of a particular social group, and you're persecuted, meaning you are in danger, either to yourself, your property, your family, or your life.
Sure.
The most the ones that are in the news a lot right now are refugees from Syria.
Right.
So going back to the refugee versus asylum. So refugee processing is done outside of the U.S.
Right.
You hear a lot about vetting.
Yes.
So there's a procedure and a process in place. Everything is done outside. Once you've completed all of that, then you get papers to arrive in the United States with the refugee status.
Oh, that's great.
And after 1 year of being here, then you can apply for your green card.
Oh.
Whereas an asylum, a person who's seeking asylum, is called an asylee, happens to be in the United States, whether they come on a visa or whether they come what we call EV, enter without inspection.
Right.
But they are now on the US soil and they go and ask for asylum because of the same ground. So they basically have to meet the criteria of a refugee.
Okay.
But they are filing their application here in the United States.
Okay, so
that's the
difference.
Sense.
Yeah.
That's the difference. There's statutory requirements. There are time periods, deadlines within which you have to file.
Oh yes.
Timely filing,
I've been through all of that for a family member before. When it was U.S. Customs and Immigration Services, when it was USCIS, before it became ICE.
No, USCIS. It's another.
Is that another? Oh.
before 9/11, before 2001, everything was under what we call the legacy INS, Immigration and Naturalization Services.
Yes.
After 9/11 happened, INS was basically gone.
Right.
They created a new department called Department of Homeland Security. So the INS used to handle different functions. They were then split into 3 different agencies that all come under the DHS, Department of Homeland Security. The 3 agencies that come under the Department of Homeland Security are USCIS, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services.
Right.
The second is ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. And the third is CBP. It used to be called Customs and Border Patrol. Now it's called Customs and Border Protection.
Okay.
So USCIS is the agency that you deal with whenever you have to file any kind of application for immigration benefits in the United States.
Right.
ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, is the police wing, or the enforcement, I shouldn't call them police, the enforcement wing of immigration, of Department of Homeland Security. They're the ones who conduct raids to detain individuals. And the third, CBP, are the men and women at the ports of entry or the border, who patrol our borders, protect our borders. They are the ones who process us when we apply for admission into the United States, whether as a citizen or as a green card holder or as somebody coming here on a visa.
Right.
So those 3 functions are now under the Department of Homeland Security.
So then what's going on now with people that are being detained or not allowed, even though they have the legal documents, the correct legal documents at airports? What's that all about?
Well, that happened after the executive order that President Trump came out with in January, where the executive order had a list of 7 countries.
Right.
And it was written in such language where it said that they cannot get any immigration benefits. So it was kind of done in a bit of a hurried process.
Sounds like it, a haphazard.
Haphazard is a good way of putting it. What was happening is they did not give enough time to Department of Homeland Security to educate or train, if you want to call it that, their officers as to what needs to be done. I think they didn't know themselves what they were supposed to do after this.
Right.
So what was happening is the CBP officers were stopping everybody from coming in if they happened to be from one of those 7 countries.
Oh no.
Whether you had a green card or whether you had a visa, you were not going to be let in.
That's crazy.
There was actually a local family here in Allentown who were coming here as green card holders, and they were denied entry. They were sent back actually. Well, their lawyers had to file papers and ask for relief, and they're back. They're in the United States now, and of course that executive order is
no longer
it's on hold because of the Ninth Circuit decision that came out. But we are expecting another one, which President Trump has said is going to address some of the things that were not correctly done in the previous executive order.
Oh no.
So we do not know how broad or how narrow it's going to be.
So then what's going on in the field of immigration law besides
empty is going on. I cannot tell you what all is going on because I don't know myself.
Right.
But we are living in uncertain times. What I call it, we are living in the era of conflicting views and negative news on an almost daily basis. I don't know if you listened to the speech last night.
I didn't listen to all of it, no.
Okay. So President Trump...
It was too painful.
President Trump has said a bunch of things that the administration wants to do regarding immigration.
Sure.
Whether it happens or not, for example, he said that they want to think about having a merits-based immigration system like they have in Canada and Australia.
Right.
If that's going to happen, when that's going to happen, we do not know.
Sure.
He's also announced that they're going to have a new office under Department of Homeland Security, which is, I'm not sure if I have the exact title correct, but it's going to be the Office for Victims of Crimes Committed by Immigrants or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
So we do not, yeah. So a lot's happening.
Yeah.
We shall see over the next few weeks or months how it all rolls out.
No, that is unfortunate. I felt that the tone and tenor of his speech was blaming immigrants and refugees and immigrants and refugees and immigrants and refugees. So,
that's Yes, and then of course there is what the government says, the president says, and then there is what the people do.
Right, of course.
And right now there is a pretty the concern among immigrant communities right now is the anti-immigrant sentiment. I have lived in the United States. I'm an immigrant, like I said, but I've lived here.
Too. Yeah.
I've lived here more than half my life.
Oh yeah.
I'm still viewed as a foreigner, right?
Oh sure.
So
I came here when I was 3 months old.
Oh.
So
I came here in my early 20s.
Yeah. And people still ask me, you speak English very well. I'm like, thanks.
So you should. My husband actually used to counter that and say, "So do you."
Oh no, that's great.
It's like, what else can you say?
Yeah, what else can you say?
Yeah. So if somebody gives you a compliment, say, "Yeah, it was nice too. You speak English well."
Ridiculous.
It's our preconceived notions that we have about people. My kids were born here.
Oh yeah, your kids are like similar to me. Yeah, almost.
But even then, they are asked, "Where are they from?"
Oh, I know.
When they say Philadelphia, and it's like, "No, but where are you really from?"
Oh yeah, I get asked the same thing. I say, "No, South Jersey," and they're like, "Oh well, when are you going back home?" I'm like, "To South Jersey." that is my home.
Yeah.
So it is tough to even get away from the sentiment, as you were saying, that this country is built on the backs of immigrants, whether it's previous generations, 3 generations, 5 generations, 7 generations. Unless if you're a native or indigenous peoples, more than likely one of your ancestors came from someplace else and resettled here.
Yeah. That is true. Everybody here is an immigrant. Again, depending upon when they came here.
Sure.
Some came here on their own. Some were not brought here by their choice.
No, like the African Americans
community.
Chinese,
exactly. Yeah. So we are the only nation on the planet that is a fully immigrant nation.
Absolutely.
It's called a melting pot. It's called a whole bunch of things. But our Constitution provides that we are all considered equal. Right now, the anti-immigrant rhetoric, the anti-immigrant sentiment is hurting everybody who's perceived to be different. I'm sure you've heard there's been recently in the news about anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic incidents happening in Philadelphia.
Yes, and cemetery
was vandalized.
Yes.
There has been in Bucks County. There's been some anti-Semitic incidents, or I'm not sure whether they were posted in a locker or on a locker, but in high schools there.
Right. In graffiti. I've seen pictures of it. Yeah.
Then in Kansas recently, just last week, this Indian immigrant, non-immigrant on an H-1B visa, just sitting and having a drink with another friend in a bar, was killed by someone who told him to get out of my country.
Right, who thought he was Muslim, and he's not. Obviously, he's not Muslim because he drinks, and he's also, or was Indian.
Whether he's Muslim or he's not a Muslim,
yeah.
Nobody has a right to come and kill somebody.
Absolutely.
And it took the government more than a week to call it a hate crime.
Oh, that's horrible.
After there was a petition to get thousands of signatures to move the White House to call this a hate crime, finally they called it a hate crime yesterday. It's not going to bring that man back to his family.
It's not.
But that's the climate we're living in now.
It is. So what does your firm need, or what would be of assistance or help for you during these times?
I don't speak on behalf of myself as an individual or as a lawyer for my practice. I speak on behalf of my clients, my friends, my family members, my community. I volunteer for many Indian American community organizations in our area. Most of the people that I know, whether through work, whether through my temple, whether through my community center, or whether just as a human being, are good, hardworking, honest people, whether they are American, whether they are immigrants,
or hyphen Americans,
or it doesn't matter what race they are, it does not matter what religion they are. They are. I say that to my girls, to my daughters as well. Grades, everything is important. Success is important in life, but the most important thing at the end of the day is how good of a human being are you.
So true.
And for me, that is the most important. So what would I need from anybody is treat people with respect. my message, if any, to again the community or immigrants or whatever you want to call them, if you're a citizen, whether by birth
right,
or because you're a naturalized citizen, you have a lot of power.
We do.
Exercise that power. Your naturalization certificate is not just a piece of paper. It's much more than that. Have a voice, have a say,
right,
and make yourself heard.
Absolutely.
For whatever you stand for.
Absolutely. No. So then what do you see that the future of Philadelphia, the future of America, the future of the world?
I wish I had a crystal ball and I could look into it and see all of that.
Great.
Talk about Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia. I've lived in the Philadelphia area for more than half my life.
Right.
But now I'm officially a resident of Philadelphia. I live and work both in Philadelphia. Very proud of the city. My adopted city. It's the first city, I think, in America that has become like a World Heritage City.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes. And what I like the most about Philadelphia is how diverse it is.
Oh yeah.
And it's vibrant.
It is.
And I think all of us, everybody collectively, people of all colors, make it the vibrant city that it is. So my hope for Philadelphia is it will stay as vibrant and as welcoming and become even more in the coming years. Sure. My view, my vision for my country is the same. And for the world, peace. I hope and pray for peace.
Absolutely, world peace. I feel like I'm Miss America. World peace.
I don't mean it like that.
I know.
I think if you get to be my age, you want peace more than anything else.
Oh,
Good
no.
sleep.
and world peace. The simple things.
Just peace,
Sure.
Peace in your workspace, work environment, peace and harmony at home. Peace in I still have a teenager, so I want harmony there too. So that's what I mean. I don't mean just world peace as a beauty contestant response. I truly mean that.
Oh no, I definitely appreciate that. And you brought your business card with you, right?
I did, yes.
And if you can blow that vision into the card and place it into our magic vase.
Oh, sure. All right, let me close my eyes and make a wish.
Okay.
And then I'll do that. All right, so this is a magic vase?
It is a magic vase.
And what does it do? It makes your wishes come true.
Hopefully. We'll pray for it.
Yes.
So thank you, Akanksha Kalra, for coming out. So we really appreciate you being here and all the work that you're doing. And if you have any questions about immigration, obviously you can get in touch with her. And her website is akaimmigration, all one word.com. And you can also find her business and herself on LinkedIn too.
Yes. Thank you very much, Judai, for having me and giving me this opportunity to speak.
Sure, absolutely.
To you
and
everybody else.
Oh yes, absolutely. And thank you for doing all the work that you do too.
It's my privilege. I feel it's a privilege to do the work that I do.
And the only thing that we need to be afraid of is the robots. Because they are the ones. Has anybody seen The Matrix?
Have you seen the show Westworld?
Oh yeah.
The
robots come in and take over everything, and at that period of time, all of us humans are going to band together and realize that we're in this for good.
Together, yes, we are in this together. That's the bottom line. Yes.
So until
kindness and compassion. I miss those. Add those to the piece.
Yeah.
People should be kind.
Yes, absolutely.
We all could use it.
We could.
Yes.
On the streets of Philadelphia.
Kindness in action, kindness in word, and kindness in deed.
I think it's best by Gandhi, who said ahimsa, non-violence.
Ahimsa, yes. Ahimsa means non-violence. Yes. Don't stop me on Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Yeah, well, Gandhi, he was. But see, speaking of Gandhi, he also said, you must be the change that you wish to see in the world, which is what I said earlier. Each one of us has a voice.
We do.
And if we want change in our life, we need to stand up for it. We need to ask for it.
Yes.
And we need to, together, work towards it.
Absolutely.
So yes, that's how change happens. It doesn't happen just by wishing for it. Well, I don't mean that. I mean, I don't believe in wishes coming true, but you gotta work for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.